The following commentary is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions shared aren't personal, often said in jest, and have no merit in the real lives of the cast members. With that being said, let's binge, let's banter, and most importantly, let's move on.
I used to have a £300 minimum spend. A guy wants to spend £15,000.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you have access to all these high-value bachelors, yet you had to come on Love is Blind to find a husband? I feel like you're the problem. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love is Blind UK Season 3, Episode 1, and only Episode 1. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. If you are new here, I do episodic reviews for the most part. Sometimes I do bulk, but typically we go episode by episode. So if you can keep the conversation to the episode we are talking about, I would greatly appreciate that. There are other channels, listen, Tate's Take, he already got all 8 episodes posted. So definitely support my friend. You can support me too, but definitely support the pages that do the bulk reviews. We're going one by one. And also, please guys, I beg of you, I love the excitement. I love that you guys are like, Queen, where are you? Where are you? I'm here. But please don't DM me spoilers. I woke up to like 3 different people messaging me about what's happening in episode 4, 5, and 6. Oh, no. Thank you very much. So we're gonna start with Jack. From my first impression video, I felt like Jack was life of the party type of guy. And from what we've seen of him, he definitely gives that energy. He jokes about having the best chat in the world. And as braggadocious as that may be, I actually do think he's quite charming. He had most of the girls laughing. There was one girl who was just not vibing with him at all, but I feel like she wasn't vibing with anybody. So that could be a personal thing. But anyways, he has a more serious conversation with Faye, and he's picking up everything she's putting down.
Would you say you're quite a feminine girl?
I would say I'm quite feminine.
Oh my God, I love your voice.
I want someone who's really going to show up for me. I also want someone who's really fun.
That's the right answer, basically, yeah.
Someone who's a little bit silly, because I am a bit silly.
Can I just say, I fancy you just by talking to you. I'm going to be dreaming about you later.
Did anybody else's ears start to itch when he asked her how feminine she was? I was like, ooh, I don't know. We're going down a slippery slope, are we? Anyways, she says she is very feminine. I'm like, okay, does it match the femininity that he's looking for? I don't know. And that's the thing about asking people those kinds of questions. I feel like it's subjective. I think there's other ways to get the answer that you're looking for instead of asking something that could be perceived differently depending on your personal perspective. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, she later says that she has been through a lot with men in the past. There was one time one of her boyfriends introduced her to his mom as a cleaner. There was another time she fell in love with this guy when she was like 18 years old. They were together for 2 years, I think it was. And she was going through a hard time. She wanted to meet up with him and he was like, oh, you can't come, I have a girlfriend. Ain't that me? Like, what do you mean you have a girlfriend? Aren't I the girl? Child. So she's been through it, okay? And now when she's looking for a husband, she wants someone who's fun-loving, somebody who she can laugh with, somebody who's like a best friend, somebody who's genuine, and ultimately somebody who is her cheerleader. Jack says he's all those things. He is a fun-loving guy. He's gonna cheer you on, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, okay, it sounds great, but I don't know. He leaves the pod saying that he loves her. Jokingly, obviously, but this is going to be a recurring joke for him. And he says that he does really fancy Faye. His next date is with Kiara, which is spelled like Ciara, which is quite confusing, but we move. In my first impression, this girl was very high maintenance. She seemed quite stush. That energy translates on the show.
You have a stunning voice.
Thank you so much. I'm a Pilates instructor.
Currently I'm a chef.
Oh, what would you make me that's vegan?
I can cook you anything.
You can cook me anything. I am a bit of a princess.
I like that though. I want a princess.
Kiara says she's a princess and she wants to be shown off. And I'm like, okay. Is that why you came on the show? Like, this feels like an advertisement for her. Like, look at me. Look at how great I am. Because when I come off of here, I'm going to have suitors up the wazoo. Like, I feel like that's the energy that Kiara is giving me. But anyways, she strikes me as somebody who would write someone off because of like tacky tattoos or not having a good dress sense, right? I don't know that she would actually like Jack in real life. I question that. And maybe she might like him on a personality basis, but how he presents might not match her aesthetic. I truly believe she's somebody who's going to be stuck on aesthetics. But either way, she says that she loves that Jack is flirty and fun. Okay, cool. Jack leaves that date also saying he loves her. I'm thinking, okay, this got to be the last time you tell this joke. Because eventually when the girls start catching feelings, they're not going to find it as funny when you're going around telling everybody that you love them. Kiara's next date is with AJ. And off rip, I was like, oh yeah, this is her spec. This should be her type. Like, his aesthetic, the things that he's into, his lifestyle, it seems like this is her perfect person.
So I'm a Hammersmith boy.
Oh, gorgeous. Just across the river.
I like to go out in East, but I want to rest my head in West.
I like to holiday in East London.
Yeah, give me my little bougie coffee shops, give me all of
please,
that.
yes.
And I'm actually doing my reformer Pilates qualification.
Stop. No, you're not.
There's not enough men that do it, so I was like, let's do this. I've been exposed to a lot of the finer things in life.
I like to dress well.
Yeah, I love to hear that. We're speaking the same language.
I only got one question, okay? Y'all can go ahead and try to flog me if you want to, but my question still stands regardless. How do you feel about people of color? Ciara, are you down with the brown? Because if she is, I think she's found her husband. Honestly, like, the things that they were talking about, it seemed like it was just tick, 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 tick. Like, they even looked like they would be an it couple if they were to get together. But is she down with the brown? Questions that need answers. They start to talk about past relationships. He had been in a long-term relationship that ended, I think, 3 years ago, 3 or 2, something like that. He was with her for 5 years. He thought he would marry her, and then unfortunately things didn't work out. She has been in plenty of relationships and been cheated on in all of them. Now, like I said in the first impression, cheating is obviously not your fault. That person is doing whatever madness they're doing on their own volition. That's on them. But is this baggage she's going to carry in her next relationship, or has she carried that baggage from relationship to relationship? Like, I just wonder. She does speak about the cheating as if it's a matter of fact thing. It doesn't sound like it's an open wound for her like it sometimes does for other people. It doesn't seem like it's still bothering her or those feelings fester inside of her. So yeah, I'm just intrigued to see if that is going to affect how she dates. Ciara goes back in the pods after bathing in perfume. I don't even know what was the point of that because she's in a pod. Like, you don't actually get to interact with the men like face to face. So what was the point of that? Anyways, this lady is good at dating. I will give her that. She says in the real world, she can easily go on 5 different dates in the same week. I don't doubt that. Even in the pods, like, she's so good at catering to whatever the man needs to hear. On her date with AJ, he was like, yo, she's speaking my language. Like, whenever I want to say something, she can anticipate what I'm about to say, and she answers things that I didn't even get the chance to ask her and stuff. Like, she's just on the money all the time. Then with Jack, you could tell that she was putting on a more sultry voice with him. She likes that he's more free-spirited, right? So they were getting into sexy talk, and she was speaking softer, and she was like, yeah, what turns you on? And you just saw this man light up. I said, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. I feel like Ciara is here for a good time, not a long time. But in the short time that you're here, girl, drop the masterclass, because the girl is good at dating. The law of seduction, law of attraction, whatever the law is, she's got it down. We then meet Chevanique, and I don't know if it was just me. Chevanique to me sounded like a British Michelet. It's just me? I'm tripping? Anyways, they have similar voices to me. I was like, oh, so cute. This could be projection, okay? But I'm gonna give evidence to why I think the way that I think. When she was on these dates with some of the guys, it felt like their wheels were turning on whether or not they wanted to pursue a Black woman. Because they were like, ooh, a lot of letters in your name. Oh, how do you spell that? One of the men even said, Ebonique? Ebonique?
Ebony, did you say?
Ebonique? Don't piss me off. I'm sorry? Anyways, she does go on a date with Jacob, who is thrilled to be on a date with her.
I like your voice.
My name's Chevanique. What's your name?
My name's Joseph.
What's your last name? I'm a sexual health nurse.
Oh, are you?
Oh, I'm a Christian.
Amazing.
I'm wifey material.
Okay.
Chevanique says she's not playing around when it comes to finding a husband. She is very serious. She's very intentional, and she wants somebody who matches her on that. She is looking for a Christian man. Jacob is Christian. He too is looking for somebody who's Christian as well. I don't know how serious of a Christian he's looking for, because he has another connection with somebody who doesn't seem to be as staunch of a Christian as he is, but anyways, he does like her as well. They do laugh a lot on their date. I thought this was really nice. They seem to have great potential. My only question is for Jacob. He says that he's quite unlucky in love, and he blames it on swipe culture when it comes to dating, online dating, obviously in particular. And yes, I do think that online dating has made dating a bit more complicated, but I wonder what part, if there is a part, he plays in dating being so hard for him. He then goes on a date with Francesca. Francesca actually is from the area that he grew up in, which does intrigue him.
Like Lewisham for a still?
No way. I'm gonna have to ask the streets about you.
My parents are married.
Okay.
I just want to replicate that in my own kind of life. What does your perfect marriage look like to you?
I really am a lover boy, and like I want my kids to see love.
I'm literally the same.
To a T. Francesca, I like this chat, you know.
Francesca says a big pillar in her life, especially when it comes to dating, is her parents. They've set an example of the kind of love that she would want to emulate in her own relationship. She has, though, discovered that the people she dates don't have the same examples of love. Jacob is one of them. He hasn't witnessed a lot of loving relationships, so his idea of love is based off of movies. He wants a rom-com kind of love. He does ask her if she's a Christian. Well, he asks if she believes in anything. She says that she is Catholic. He's Christian. She says she's not like a devout Catholic. She goes to church often, but not all the time. But whether or not she's going to church, she does not play about God. She consults God on everything. And it seemed like Jacob was content with that. After the date, Jacob was like, yeah, she's nice. And I was thinking, she's nice. But then his date with Chevanique left him being like very excited, very giddy. I wonder if that's who he's feeling more. He then has another date with with Francesca. On this date, they talk about heartbreak. He says he's never had his heart broken, which is not like a shocker. But again, I just wonder, like, okay, he says that it's the online dating culture that makes dating hard, but I wonder how much he's giving himself when dating, you know, like you've never had your heart broken ever. Like you never even came close. Like, do you allow yourself to have your heart broken? Those are just questions that I have. Okay. She says she has gotten her heart broken. She was with somebody who cheated on her. That's obviously a kick in the chest. They talk about being ready for marriage, and she says, yes, she's been ready for a long time. She's just looking for somebody who aligns with her on being ready, and he says that he is ready. He asks her what her insecurities are. She says that sometimes she's not sure if her personality matches up with people, and she feels like sometimes she's just not good enough. He says that he's also hard on himself, mainly due to his upbringing. He has seen a lot of toxicity growing up, and so now in relationships, when he sees it going that way, when there's like arguing and yelling and stuff, he's quick to run. And as you should. I feel like sometimes toxicity is normalized way too much. So if that's not for you, you leave early and often. He also says he struggles to be vulnerable, typically in relationships. And that's why I was like, yeah, I have questions about the part that you play in being so unlucky in love, you know? But anyways, he says being with Francesca has made it easy for him to open up, which is good. Francesca's really excited. She says that he's the guy who gets her going the most. And she's like, well, yeah, nobody's really talking about him, so I'm feeling really good. Chevanique is very well still in the running. Okay? Chevanique is keeping her cards to her chest. She's like, I'm not gonna blow up my spot. She hasn't said this, but I'm imposing my thoughts on her. She is being very quiet because you hear Francesca talk about her connection. Chevanique is deciding to not say anything. We'll see how this develops. Next in the pods is Sophie. Sophie has only been in one relationship. That relationship lasted for 7 years. She met him at 19 years old, and unfortunately over time they just grew apart. It sounds to me like the breakup was amicable. They were just no longer suited to be together. So this is her first time really dating since she was 19 years old. She is on a date with Taylor. Taylor is immediately intimidated by the fact that she has 3 older brothers. Girl, I know the struggle, okay? I have older brothers as well. And when people hear that, they're often like, whoa, why are you scared? If you're a good person, you ain't got nothing to be scared about. But anyways, he does love the fact that she is very family oriented because he too is very family oriented.
Big family, all really close.
What would their reaction be if you brought home a southerner like me? Get him out of here.
Who's this geezer?
So I've got one sister and I've got 2 nephews.
Oh, I love that.
I absolutely adore him.
So do you want kids of your own?
Yeah, 100%.
Both Taylor and Sophie strike me as people who are intentional about dating. I could be wrong, but based on first impression, that's what I'm getting. They also do seem like two people who would meet organically, so I like that as well. So she has only been in one relationship. He's been in a bunch of relationships that don't last more than 2 years, and he's looking for that. He says, my next person needs to be my wife. So yeah, I think that things could work between them. Could be famous last words. We're gonna find out. On their next date, they talk about sex, sexual chemistry, compatibility, expectations, all those things. And here goes Taylor bigging himself up, bigging himself up, okay? And he's like, yeah, you know, I feel like in one night I could go 10 rounds. I could do this, I could do that. And here's the thing about more often guys who boast about their sexual capabilities. When it comes time to perform, they underdeliver. And it's not even to say that the under-delivering is bad, but because you set such a high expectation, the person is expecting a lot. And if you don't give them that and then some, it's quite disappointing, you know? He then says, because they're talking about foreplay, he's like, yeah, I can build up a woman to the point where she starts begging for it. Begging. Taylor, set some moderate expectations, because if you do not follow through, okay. In the women's quarters, we see Faye going on and on about this dream that Jack had about her, right? So she's in a equestrian. Is that the word? Equestrian? I don't know. Somebody's going to correct me, child. I feel like it's equestrian, but she has the horses, okay? She does the horse riding and the whatever. And Jack is like, yeah, I just envisioned this woman who had a brown horse with a white stripe, and you're wearing white riding boots, and you have long blonde hair, and she's gassed. She's so excited. She tells the story maybe 3-4 times in the women's quarters. You can see Ciara being very irritated by this. I was thinking, Ciara, why are you irritated? Because based on the two connections she has, I think that AJ is the better connection for her, right? She goes into the pods and she has a date with AJ. And AJ says, yeah, word on the street is you're feeling a few people. I just want to know, like, where do I stand? And she says, you're up there at the top. She doesn't say number 1, number 2, but he's up there at the top. So he's feeling a bit reassured, right? Then Jack has a date with Miss Girl. And she doesn't explicitly say he's at the top, but she implies he's at the top. And this is important because he just finished saying, I want to put you at the top. I want to narrow down my options, but I need to know that you're on the same page. So of course she has to say, yeah, we're on the same page.
My mind's pretty made up on where I'm focusing my energy from now on.
I miss you. Can't wait to see you again.
I can't wait to see you.
I said that I had a strong connection with him. Didn't say he was my top connection.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one who was
Done now, yeah. That's it. I'm going to propose to her at the end of this. Felt like I was talking to wifey kind of thing. Number 1, baby.
Me and Jack, two very different people. How did potentially I get it so wrong?
You got to trust your gut, AJ, because AJ was feeling like this girl was running game, and she is. She is running game. Jack came out of that conversation being like, yep, she's my number 1. I'm going to propose to her, this, that, and whatever. Imagine AJ's surprise when he's like, I just finished talking to this girl. And she made it seem like, yeah, like, we're up there for each other. So how are you coming out thinking, yeah, I want to marry you? Can I say? It was a bit refreshing to see the guys just like gush over one guy talking about his date with this girl. And it's the girl who's running game. Not saying it's good. I'm just saying for once, the roles are reversed, and it was a little bit refreshing, okay? It was just a little bit refreshing. Okay, women in men's fields, sometimes it's entertaining to watch, okay? So yeah, Jack is all in, and the guys are loving that for him, but will he be feeling the same once he sees that Miss Girl is just here on a mission? I don't think that she's ready to commit to anybody. I think this is an advertisement for her. I think she wants a platform coming off the show, and I can see her having that. I surely can. You guys let me know your thoughts on Ciara. Some of you guys already told me in my DMs. That's okay. You guys let me know your thoughts on Ciara. Do you think she's actually serious, or do you think she's running game? Because I think she's running game. But we'll see in future episodes. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.